What about the response by the police? Are you encouraged that, well, at least having caught their attention, we expect them to move in and possibly get results?
Well, I don't know how to say, but our experience has shown that after the people will have been destroyed, I hope I'm not using very strong words, then you will have any form of security reaching the place when they're all dead. So in our view, they only come to collect the dead people or to see how many have died. I'm not even sure if they are equipped to deal with the kind of insurgency. I am not even sure if they have the slightest idea of how they come in, because they come in the forest, they lodge there. How they get in there, I don't even know. But our belief, I stand to be corrected again, is that these people come in. Normally, they may drive in, they may walk in, they may find their ways, and they hide somewhere, and then the arms are brought and dropped. It was rumored that helicopters do bring arms and drop arms and ammunition in different places. How do those helicopters come in? Where, I don't know the aviation rules and how they do it, but these rumors were very ripe that they will come in. Otherwise, if you look at the number of checkpoints that you have on the roads, how will they pass with those kind of sophisticated weapons? Do you see it? How do they pass the checkpoints? And they will go to these villages. We are talking that, look, from evening, they have a field day for 3 to 6 hours. Going from house to house, village to village, and I said the last one, 4 villages were razed to the ground.
Mr. Dogo, do they have telephone services in this village?
Yes, they have telephone services. That is what I'm saying.
They have emergency numbers that were reached, where the security informed about it.
Let me even tell you, by the time they have surrounded a whole village, do you even think that you have a phone? When you are running, do you even think the phone is in your pocket? And when in the night people come unexpectedly, what time do you have to stay? You are trying to make a phone call in any form. You may have, but you may not even think. But I don't even think it exists. And that is why I'm saying that, look, we need these security agencies to be stationed in Southern Kaduna. That is the Army, the Air Force, and a stronger, bigger police command in Southern Kaduna.
Clearly, we need security in many of these places. I mean, Henry has said, he also pointing out not just Southern Kaduna, Benue, Jos, so many other areas. But do you think political leadership, maybe across board now, distracted by the forthcoming elections? Because today you hear about 37 lawmakers. Tomorrow you hear about state of emergency, should it be extended or not? And are all these issues distracting them from focusing on these security issues?
Anybody that thinks that the insecurity is distracting him in any form is simply saying you wouldn't even be there in that political position that you aspire to be. Because the insecurity situation in Nigeria today can stop anybody, everybody, from even being in the position they aspire to be.
Are they distracted by the forthcoming politics and not focusing
I don't think so. I don't think so. I just believe that, one, we need to have more will to fight terrorism. 2, we need to have more training. 3, maybe more resources, allocated to these areas to fight this terrorism. In the first place, when some of these things started in some countries that are not even as rich as Nigeria, they have used the resources they have to get all sort of sophisticated equipments. As I'm talking to you today, it is possible for you to have equipments around the country, and you can sit in your bedroom and monitor what is taking place. You can monitor who is passing. You can monitor what the person is carrying. You can even see it. Those equipments exist. Well, I'm not even talking of the drones. The question you ask, how much has the Air Force been equipped? How much has the Army been equipped? How much has the SSS been equipped? How much? I mean, these things exist. Do you get it? Even when I heard of this attempted jailbreak, I was surprised, because I expected that even at the very door of those people that are under detention, there should be security gadgets and somebody somewhere else monitoring that if you just leave your hands, you are picked. So before you even say coughed, it is seen, it is known, it is attacked, it is prevented, it is stopped. and these things exist, how much do we require to put some of those things across the country? How much do we require that political will to do some of these things? From the local governments to the state governments across the nation, these security issues exist. The last person who spoke here, do you see, he raised a fundamental issue, and I was very pleased with what he said. If you sit down any part of Nigeria and think that you are not touched and you believe that you are saved, you are making you are under a sort of illusion, because sooner you are, at present, you are touched directly and indirectly, because those resources could have been used for other things.
Yeah. Give us your perspective before you go of this matter, which is also making the news. The ruling concerning those 37 lawmakers, different interpretations. So I'm very upset that the court cannot give what it was not approached or asked, and all sorts of views.
Yeah, before I conclude on that, I will want to appeal to Dangote and General T.Y. Danjuma and all the rich people in the country to carry relief materials to our people in Southern Kaduna, because they are dying in poverty, hunger, and disease. Now I come to this one. In that ruling, I heard what Lai Mohammed was saying. I'm not a lawyer. I have to tell you the truth, isn't it? But I use deductive reasoning. If they are not supposed to vote, are you getting me? If they cannot remove or change the leadership of the House, it means they cannot vote. If they cannot vote, it means they are redundant. If they are redundant, then why are they sitting there, down there? They should leave. I'm simply using, the lawyers, they also use deductive reasoning, isn't it? Because if you are just sitting there doing nothing, you are simply saying that, look, you are not wanted, you should leave. So the judge, in my view, is probably one of the smartest judges that you have had, because he is simply using his legal reasoning. Legal reasoning is not like in legal reasoning, you have deductive and inductive reasoning. And the judge has used that. It doesn't mean that they didn't ask. That is exactly what the PDP is asking, that they should leave. In fact, for them to have decamped and still stay there is absolute, it's a political aberration. In fact, it's a political prostitution. You can't say that you want, if you want to leave and you say you don't want the political party that brought you into power, then you resign. Immediately you leave that platform.
Dr. Dogo, but it's not
Out
only
of honor.
it's not only the leadership, there's a situation.
I'm saying across the board, whichever direction. If anybody leaves any political party, and in fact, I will campaign that they should be in the Constitution. Even if you are a governor and you decamp, you leave, you vacate your seat.
All right.
Whatever political platform you came into power, if you leave that political platform, you are supposed morally to leave that leave that seat that brought you to power.
Okay, Dr. Isuwa Dogo, former commissioner for commerce in Kaduna State and also a political analyst here. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then we're back after this. Join us again.